What's good, y'all? It's your boy Thomas Carter, TC Talk, TC Fitness, and I'm glad to here with y'all. Back at it again with another video. Welcome to Everlasting Awareness. As y'all can see, I got my fiance in the building.
Hey guys.
So today's video, we are here to continue to express to you guys about this rigged 9 to 5 system. I've definitely been going up on the algorithm, so I do want to show my gratitude. I do want to say thank you to everybody that's been supporting me on the platform, supporting us, because we are a team, we are a unit. If you're new to the channel, you can subscribe. And as you watch the video through, if you want to help the video reach more people, give it a thumbs up. All right.
Share, comment, and like as
all,
well.
all that good stuff, as she said. So we do a lot of deep talking together, and both of us are definitely trying to break out of the mentality of being employees, right? Because obviously we both are in the W2 system, and we are cultivating the mindset of ownership, right? You guys already know that we talk about the stock market, we invest, and we take that journey very, very serious. She's laughing because my brother is playing the game and making noise, whatever. So, um, with that being said, there's a lot that we do genuinely talk about, and I will let my lady start the video off with her personal opinion on the 9 to 5 system.
The 9 to 5 system is a scam. It is a scam. It is reform slavery for sure. And you guys may say like, "Oh, well, I need this job." Yes, we need this job because we need the income, we need the money. But we don't need a job that's going to get us to work all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Taking up our energy, taking up our family time, our valuable time that we can just realign and work on our creativity. So therefore, the 9 to 5 system is constructed to keep us away from evolving. Why? Because the employer is at risk of losing his assets, his values, his corporation, right?
Or she,
Or she.
you know. Go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
Now go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm agreeing to what you're saying.
Or she, because female, there are female business owners as well. Um, what else? Yeah, continue, babe.
To piggyback off of that, when you guys put your sense of identity into the job, you are making this entire job your life instead of figuring out who you truly are,
What's your
right?
purpose?
What's your purpose, as she said. And there's been plenty of times where Mars has asked me, like, who are you truly? Like, leave the job alone, leave the fact that you got stocks and, this and the third alone. Like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times we get caught up in this rat race to where we never really get to figure that out because all we're learning and all we know is I gotta work, I gotta rush, I gotta trade time for money, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, blah 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 blah. But it's like the job is a label, it's a title. Your manager, your supervisor, those are all titles. Who you are truly on the inside and the powerful being that you truly are is what matters. And I feel like the American working class is going through a big spiritual shift. Many people are seeing a trap, right? Many people are seeing that the 9 to 5 is a trap, living paycheck to paycheck and being stressed out over finances and the corporation's not paying you enough money. It's a complete trap because you're not really free. You understand what I'm saying? You're not using your creativity. You're not even like learning how to trust yourself to build something outside of the job. And another reason why too, like I tell you guys, like jobs are like it's spiritual warfare is because they're harvesting everybody's energy and they're giving you a paycheck in return. to harvest their energy. You got to think about it on a spiritual level, on a deeper level. Real talk. Anything you want to piggyback off of that?
Yes. And also, like, you got to think about what other skills besides your job skills are you actually good enough, right? Because these jobs train you to have these skills, but what other skills do you have? Let's talk about the school system, right? The school system teaches you the basic. They don't teach you what you need to know when it comes to the real world. They have an agenda that, you got to work hard to become rich. That's not always the truth. You can do so many things to become rich. You can um buy assets. That's not something that is taught in school. Like,
Right,
right, they teach you economics, but they don't really tell you like the basic, especially if you come from a rural area, right?
right.
But yeah.
Mm, she's speaking the facts. A lot of y'all need to realize like you're not taught these things for a reason. You are programmed and conditioned to be an employee, to work for money your whole entire life, but to not see through the system. And I get it. In different states, there's different wages. In different states, there's different cost of living. And I get it. As you become an adult, you have to learn how to pay bills and like branch off and do your own thing. But you're not like your purpose on earth is not to work to just pay bills, bro. That takes the fun out of life. I'm working to make money, but I don't get to enjoy the money because I got to use it towards bills. And the corporation don't want to pay me enough money to get me off of the plantation. They're gonna pay me just enough to keep me here. That's sad, bro. And this is why I'm telling y'all, like, I'm building the business in real time because I see the trap. You know, like, how much fucking hours you gonna work at a low wage thinking you about to get rich? It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, bro. It is mathematically impossible.
Especially when you have people that are 60 and over working.
Like that shows y'all it right there, bro. Like, there's really people that's in their older ages that's double our age, right? Because we're only 31. So they double our age and they're still working the job. Just really think about that. The whole system finessed us, bro. It finessed the whole entire working class. And you have to learn how to admit it to yourself, bro. This is another reason why I make these videos. And I feel like I've been finding my groove with this niche. I guess that's what I want to call it. Because people can relate. People are tired of the 9 to 5 system. You're tired of living paycheck to paycheck. You're just tired, bro. You're not physically gonna work your way to wealth. It's not gonna happen. You only have but so much hours in a day. Hours. Because time is not real. It's man made.
Also, there's no job security. Like
You can say
you
that again. You can say that again.
there is no job security.
Real talk. Now I'm gonna piggyback off that, for real.
No, because like you may be going to work, you may be at a job 20 years, and just because you made a mistake or because the supervisor, manager, director is tired of you, they just gonna fire you. There's no job security. You may think like unions are securities. Some union workers don't even care about you.
Literally.
Like some union workers know that a supervisor or director is a problem because time and time again people have complained about them, and yet they still be working there.
They still get to keep their job. And I had a on my Discord chat, I told you I was free. I had somebody comment and they told me that they watched my videos, right? And they related to what I was talking about. And I definitely wrote down a couple things that they stated in the message, right? It was a very, very like good message. And when I say I make these videos to really help out the masses of people, I really do. Because like once again, I see the trap. I'm not trying to act like I know it all because I don't. I'm not trying to act like I got all the answers because I don't. Right? But I can see like, okay, I'm gonna just talk about some things I wrote down. So they put that basically like slavery never ended, right? Just because we're not getting hit with whips and chains doesn't mean slavery doesn't exist. They give you wages, right? So to keep you in the rat race.
You gotta whip with these bills though.
Yeah, right. The bills are never ending. The bills ain't gonna stop. Um, your your time is valued so low. Let's be honest, okay? Um, so they basically called the slave masters corporate America, right? And your boss or your supervisor or your manager, all these people, all these 3D titles, they're the slave masters, right? And you, the worker, is basically the slave because you're working for low wages. You're doing so much work, you're not getting paid enough money. And once again, they're not going to pay you enough money to escape. They're going to pay you enough to feed you, maybe pay a couple bills, but you got to come back, you know? And it's a never, like, it feels like a never ending cycle, but you have to be able to see through it. It's a hamster wheel for a reason. Um, they also said that it's a psychological warfare. And one thing that taught them that they were able to see that is the fact that they learned how to trade. So once you start learning how to make money outside of this, is why I keep telling you, either invest or learn how to trade and learn something that's going to help you generate income. Once you start learning these things and you start making money in real time, you start looking at everything totally different, you know? And there's a reason why they don't teach us how to be financially literate because they want to keep you as a worker. And that's just the truth. And some of y'all could try to deny the truth. Some of y'all could call me lazy. You're lazy. You just don't want to work. Y'all be talking a lot of crap, bro. Like y'all literally do. Y'all talk a lot of crap in these comments, but y'all hate the truth. What were you talking about earlier, babe? Just let them know.
So there was a lovely comment left on his video, just calling him lazy, ask that he's asking for handouts, and that's absolutely the opposite of what he does. Like, Terrence is a 31-year-old man that I can say that work hard. Like, he works 7 days a week, 365. If there's a day that he's not working, it's because he's sick, which is rarely, right? But he
Not
works
feeling well.
so,
Let's change that word. My fault. Not feeling
or
well. I
he's
don't like
not
the word
feeling
sick.
well.
All right, that's better.
But he works so hard for everything that he has obtained so far. When it comes to his assets, when it comes to his YouTube, when it comes to his TikTok, when it comes to anything that he puts out there, he works hard. He's never asked for handouts. Everything he has till this day is because he built up to it, right? So
And vice versa. Mars puts in the work too.
I'll be putting in
That's a
the
fact.
work.
So you put in the work, bro. Real talk.
Um, what else? Even like when he makes the ebooks, he puts himself out there. It's not like he's lazy. He works hard. He's a hardworking man. Like sometimes I be like, babe, you gotta chill. But I know he just has that mentality. Like I gotta make it to the top. And what do I have to do to make it to the top? I gotta work hard. I gotta put this. I gotta do that. Which I love about him. Is his drive. He's really driven.
And I embrace that about Mars as well. Like she's not a lazy individual. She definitely puts in the work. Um, things, we learn a lot together. Some things are learning curves. We don't have all the answers to life, but we're learning how to work together. Sometimes we come to like disagreements at times. That's a part of human nature. But we're challenging each other to see the world totally different. You know, and one thing that we was talking about was the fact that and all right, the way that we worded it was employers don't like when you speak the truth,
Oh yeah.
right? Employers don't like when you speak the truth. When you're telling the masses of people that, you know, they're playing in your face and they're paying you this low wage and, you know, um, the 9 to 5 system is a scam and it's rigged. Because let's just be honest with what is going on. Masses of people want to be lied to. Your job, you got the security. It's okay. You're gonna be okay making $15 an hour. No, the fuck you're not. I almost drew to myself. No, you're not. My bad, y'all. But no, you're not. You're not gonna be okay making $15 an hour. Like, you're not gonna be okay making $20 an hour. It's too low of a wage to live off of. You know what I'm saying? So we basically were talking about the fact that employees don't like when you speak the truth. They would rather have people that are basically like comfortable with the low wage and comfortable with just working and working and working and that's it because they need employees to run the business, to run the job. But once again, we are working on escaping that and building something for ourselves.
Yeah, employers don't like when you are wise. and you know how to escape the rat race. So of course they're going to try to belittle you as much as possible, which is the reason why I think Terrence gets a lot of like backlash, because he speaks out the truth. So of course, if these big corporations or these employers are listening and watching his videos, and they see that Terrence has a lot of people that are agreeing with the things that they're saying, they feel threatened. So of course they're gonna try to belittle him, right? It's just a scarcity tactic for sure.
And I'm not trying to mess up y'all business, bro. Like that's not my intentions. But my intentions are to at least let the people know what is really going on, bro. Like you have to value your time at a higher rate, and corporations have to stop being cheap with people. Because at the end of the day, we're people, bro. Like I don't give a fuck about your job title. I don't care about how much money your corporation made at the end of the year. And we're just here for the profits and to make sure the shareholders are okay and blah 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 blah. But what about the people that's running the business, that's keeping the business afloat? What about them? Like
Like,
I'll be babe.
no, go ahead, go ahead, go
I was
ahead.
about to say I'll be letting my fiance know. Like I'm tired of this 9 to 5. I'm tired because she knows like he's trying, right? He's trying. He's out there all day, all night, you know, working. But I'm working and getting little in return from a corporation that's making billions. So I'm like, I could just put the same time and energy into my stuff and help us get wealthy. You understand? Help us build riches so that we're able to take care of ourselves, take care of our family, live in a better situation. You know what I'm saying? Like build something that's gonna help humanity. That's what it's really about. Not I'm not about to slave my precious time and my energy to go make another person rich that don't even know I exist, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, babe.
Grab mics.
Feel me?
No, but also like these employers outwork the employee so that they are tired and they don't even try to work on themselves and put themselves out there and put a business out there, because a lot of us are skillful, right? But a lot of us don't know our skills past our 9 to 5. And that's not fair to us. That's not fair for our families, our future lineage. Like, it's not fair to us.
So you gotta really, you know, tap in. You gotta really realize too. I have this written down right here. Jobs want control. That's what they want. They want to try to control your life. That's why they only give you bro. Think about this. Think about this, babe. You get 2 weeks of vacation time in a year. Two.
Sometimes one.
It's 365 days in 1 year. You get 2 weeks. We're not doing that.
And then like sometimes you can't even call out of work if you're sick. They give you like a hard time. We're not doing that either.
They like I said, they just want the control, and it's crazy. Like you don't want to be controlled by nobody on this planet. Nobody. You
Like,
have to learn how to control yourself.
you should even ask for permission to do something with your life, right?
It's your life. Like that's the craziest part. Like it's your life, and you gotta ask somebody else. Can I get a day off? Uh, I'm sick. I'm not feeling well. Can I do this? Can I do that? You
Can I
should
get
not.
a raise?
Can I get a raise? You feel me? Like you should not have to ask somebody for none of that. And it's crazy how they condition and program people to just be obedient and just be okay with it. It's normal. It's normal. No, none of this shit is normal, bruh. It's not normal. And we got to break out of that mentality. Real talk. Anything else you want to say, babe?
No, I think we covered everything.
You sure?
Oh wait, actually, this is
Oh, wait. We're not done. We're not done. So we wrote this down too, right? So let's just say you work your job, right? You're making $16 an hour. So let's just say, all right, you make it $20 an hour, but then it's really $16 an hour because of taxes, right? Okay. You're really making 20 at a $16 an hour job. You're making 26 cents per minute. So you're valuing your time at 26 cents per minute. Well, they're valuing, not you. They're valuing your time. And y'all think slavery is over? No, no. So why you think people trying to make it on YouTube? They're trying to make it with streaming. They're trying to make it on TikTok. They're trying to build an online business because we see the fucking trap. You need money to survive in this world.
You need some money so you can eat so you don't die.
Yeah, you need to make sure you eat so that you're here tomorrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's real talk. And like, corporations don't want you to realize how little they value you. They just want you to be grateful that you have a job. Be grateful that we're paying you $15, $16 an hour. Be grateful and come to work like this. When in the back of your mind, you're like, bro, like I'm not even surviving off of what y'all paying me. I barely have anything left over after my first check because I gotta pay my bills or take care of some bills, and then I gotta work another 2 weeks to take care of another bill. I'm telling you, it's a trap, y'all. It's a trap. Anything else you want to say, babe?
I think you cover that. I think you cover that for sure.
So this is just a quick video for y'all. Um, Hopefully these messages continue to get out to the masses of people. Once again, listen, corporations. All right, if y'all watching, I ain't trying to mess up your business, but you need to pay the people more money. It is what it is.
Cause we gotta get rich together.
You feel me? And at the end of the day, this is a human experience, bro. Like y'all cannot be putting greed over people. Like money is unlimited. It's infinite amount of money in the world.
It's just paper that's been
It's
printed.
literally it's paper that they print. And y'all conditioning people to settle for less and be okay with barely getting by and getting the scraps. It's crazy. I'm tired of these corporations. And y'all don't want no competition. That's what it really is. Y'all ain't want no competition, bruh. That's why y'all want a whole bunch of workers. But guess what? We here. Okay? So, with that being said, give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Leave some comments. Help this video get on the YouTube algorithm. And baby, anything else?
Comments, share, subscribe. I had to think about it.
Alright.
No, that's all.
So
hey, and be nice in the comments.
Yeah,
Alright.
That too. But we'll be back at it with more videos for y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. It's your boy Terrence Carter, TC Talk, TC Fitness. Everlasting Awareness, one of the best channels on YouTube. And my baby girl, Mars. Babe.
Yeah, you just said my name.
Alright, y'all.